Hey, everybody in the world, it's that time again. It's midweek, and it's time for you to get your get kneecapped by the best sports guy around, and AJ and his sports mafia, AJ Bokine.
What's up, Jack? What's up? You know, it's a big week. We got a big week. We got divisional playoffs. We got Bucks rolling. We got Marquette rolling. We got Wisconsin taking one on the chin. We got a big show today. Big show.
Excellent. Well, we got no time to lose because you're taking the weekend off again. You're taking another personal day on Sunday.
I am. Fortunately for me, we play Saturday night in Minnesota, so I will be in transit back to Mequon on Sunday morning. So
well, AJ, if I were you, I'd be a little concerned about once you leave the state. I don't know if the Border Patrol is going to let you back in.
They may let the chair back in. I don't know if they'll let me back in.
Yeah, that's right. We'll have to find out. Try and keep a low profile for once. Maybe the screaming chicks running after you will give it away, but try to go undercover.
Well, I'll be a little tired, Jack. We got the 8:30 game on Saturday night. So
I'll explain why you're going to Minnesota to people who don't know.
So for those who don't know, there's this thing called the border battle in Minnesota. It's Wisconsin high school teams versus Minnesota high school teams, and it's in Minnesota this year. And there are eight games starting at 10 o'clock in the morning on Saturday morning, going all the way to 8:30 at night, hosted by Benedict St. Margaret. And we're playing Benedict St. Margaret, so it should be fun.
You're playing some Catholics?
I believe so.
Yeah, you should be able to beat their ass. Those Catholics are terrible.
Hey, no.
I was one. All right. So
I would just like to interject at this time that the CPL radio and its affiliates do not
hate Catholics. Anti-Catholicism. Okay, so that we're not talking to the man from the desert who just plugged in with the orange face. So okay, so the high school is big, but you have a game this week as well before you leave, correct?
Thursday, tomorrow.
Thursday, and you play
Hooterburg.
And you play in Hooterburg for the second time.
Yeah.
Last time you wiped the floor with them in Cedarburg at the opener.
We play them in Mequon this time.
Okay, so what's your prediction?
I think we're gonna win. I hope. I mean, as a coach, I have a confidence level that we're gonna win. I hope we're not looking. We can't. We're 9-3 right now, which isn't too bad. Our 3 losses are to 2 of the top 3. 3 of the top teams in the state. So.
I don't want to hear any excuses. You lose.
You are aware of what city this broadcast originates from? I'm just curious.
I'm aware.
It's not MPL or TMPL. It's CPL for Cedarburg.
No, I'm aware. I'm excited for the game tomorrow. It should be fun. It's nice to, it's nice because we're at home, so we're 10 minutes away. But you're 10 minutes away either way, so it really doesn't matter.
Your boy went off for 42 against the Bulldogs last time, as I remember.
Yeah. He did. He's playing really well right now. We're playing well as a team too. We just ran into a few buzzsaws, so
okay.
We'll see what happens.
How is your? I know you lost your point guard from last year. He graduated. How is the point guard position shaping up for you this year?
The point guard position is pretty solid. We have a senior point guard who's pretty solid. He starts for us, and then we got a freshman back. He's got a freshman backup, so who's pretty solid as well.
Excellent.
So
how tall is the tallest kid on your team, AJ? Do you know?
6. I want to say he's 6'5", 6'6".
6'5", 6'6". Is that normal? I mean, or is that small? Is that average for when you see other teams?
That's pretty average, but it could be pretty small. We're smaller compared to other teams that we play, but that we're also we're very athletic. So
okay.
So it helps us out a lot.
So you have a good feel for this team this year?
Yeah, I have a good feeling. I have a good feeling about the team. We have a tough sectional. But we also our league is also tough. We lost to Nicolay already once, so we'll have to come back and play them the second time. But you're in the second round of conference, so you get a better feel. You'll get a better feel for your team as January and February progresses. So.
At what point in the season, AJ, with the thing, high school and college as well, every year it's a different team completely because of the turnover of graduation.
Right.
At what point in the season do you start to not think about last year's team and only, that's just a memory, put it behind it? I mean, everybody says they want to, but before you can't, how long does it take? Like quarter into the season, a couple games?
I think for me, it's like day one, but that's a coach speak for me. I think for us, it's probably game about, by about game 8, you got a good feel for what your team is.
Okay. All right. And you've got 12 in, so you got a good feel. You're ready to roll.
We got 13 in next. Well, we'll have 12, we have 12 in. We'll have 14 in by the end of the week. So.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. All right. That's enough about those freaking Highlanders. Now, let's talk real sports. High school sports is real sports. So where do you want to go next? Do you want to go to college basketball? Do you want to go to the NFL?
Let's go NFL first because the Packers made a huge statement on Sunday. I think that was a huge statement just for the not even for this year, for next year. I mean, I know we're not looking ahead towards next year, but that team made a huge. That team is young, so.
Well, here's the thing. I got to say something about what you just said because I know it's true that they're young. However, you never know. You have to get so many breaks to go your way to have a really successful year, even really good teams. Everything has to go right. You can't get break number one is lack of injuries. All these things add up. So when people say, "Oh, if they don't, we've already won this year," that if they don't get it, they don't get it. I don't believe in that because things can change. Coaches can leave, players can leave.
Your turnover, like you said, look at not to skip all over the place, but look at the colleges and the transfer portal, and the free agency and how much teams can change in a year. It's just a blank. It's just crazy.
Right. So I don't think they can be saying, "Oh, we're good. We'll get them next year." No. You gotta go for it this year.
You gotta know in your prime opportunity. So,
right. You made the final 8, which is far beyond what anybody thought the Packers would do, which is great. However, now it's time to just keep moving.
Now it's time to buckle up and go.
Right. You're one of the few people who picked the Packers to beat Dallas last week.
Yes,
you were correct in that.
Fast track.
Yes. And look at that smile. You couldn't be bigger that you have right now. Not only because the Packers won, but because you picked it. What is your prediction for? I'm going to go right to the Packers game. I know there are other games, but we want to talk Packers first. What's your prediction for them?
Wow. It's going to be tight, I think. I think the magic runs out.
Okay.
I think if you look at the similarities between the two teams, you got tight end matchup. Tight end matchup favors them. Running back matchup is pretty even. Quarterback matchup favors them only because Brock Purdy's been talked about all year long as MVP candidate. He's played in
the playoffs before.
And he's played in the playoffs before. So, I think it's really tight. I think it's 24-20.
Ooh. Okay.
But I think it comes on to the last possession, and I think that I'm not saying the Packers will make a mistake to lose the game. I just think they'll run out of time.
Okay. So you just said 24-20. Now 20, you can achieve that in a couple of different ways. One of which is to score 3 touchdowns, and your fucking kicker keeps missing the extra points. So are you saying that's going to happen again this time?
No.
You're laughing a lot today, AJ.
No, I don't think that's going to happen. I just think San Francisco's defense is really played. They give up a lot between the 20s. But I don't think they'll give up a lot in the red zone.
AJ, up until I thought San Francisco had the best team in the league by far this year, up until they got waxed by the Ravens at San Fran.
Yeah, right.
Was it a Sunday night game, I believe?
Yeah, it was a Sunday night game, yes.
Okay, so the reason I bring that up, every team can lay an egg sometimes. However, I thought up until that game, the reason I thought San Francisco was the best team is I thought they were the fastest, most athletic team I'd seen. And then Baltimore made them look slow.
Yeah.
At every position it seemed like. So how does the Packers, do you know how the Packers team speed matches up with the 49ers team speed? Do you have any idea?
It's pretty similar. I have no idea, but it's pretty similar. I'd say the edge speed of the edge, they got to get the ball to the outside. They can't play in between the numbers because the linebackers of the San Francisco, Fred Warner and company are so good. I'd say they got to play on the outside the numbers, and rely on their speed, rely on Wicks and Reed and all those guys. I think if they can get Musgrave on a linebacker once or twice in the game, it'll open things up. But I just think I don't know if that'll happen. I mean they'll have to use a lot of 12 personnel, which is 2 tight ends. They'll have to use a lot of Kraft and Musgrave in the game at the same time. So they got to play from the front. So we'll see what happens.
With the 49ers, they have a more ferocious pass rush than even Dallas had. Dallas was considered really good, which they are.
Well, Dallas have Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence, but the 49ers have Bosa and Greenlaw and all those guys up front. So
and that Chase Young that they got, those son of a bitches.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him, which was kind of hard to do.
So they have all these fast guys. If they try to go to the with the pass rush, we've seen Jordan Love keep his composure under a lot of duress. Do you think he'll be able to keep his composure with San Francisco bringing it like that?
His key to success is going to be throwing off the back foot. I know it doesn't look good, but you're going to have to throw off some off-platform throws to make it happen for them on Sunday. I think he'll be able to keep his composure for the most part. He's got, to his credit, he's got 22 touchdowns and 2 picks in the last 9 games. So I think they'll be able to keep his composure for the most part. I like the 49ers in this spot, and that's me as a Packer fan saying I like them. I just think they're on a mission. I think that McCaffrey, and if you ever saw the video, I don't know if you saw the video, Jack, but they wanted the 1 seed, and they were rooting against the Eagles after their game at Washington a few weeks ago. So I just think I like the 4. I'm sticking with my prediction of Ravens 49ers, although I had that prediction before the Packers were in the playoffs. So yeah.
Okay. All right. So you picked 49ers 24-20 in a tight one.
Yes.
Let's go to the other games quickly for the playoffs. The first game that day, the Packers play at 7 at night, which is a sweet time to play, unless you have a high school basketball game.
Unless you have a high school basketball game, yeah.
So let's go to the Houston and Baltimore, which is 3:30 our time, Central Time on Saturday.
That's at Baltimore, right?
Yes. Yeah, Baltimore's had the best record in football. They got home field all the way if they would keep winning.
Baltimore.
You take Baltimore. What's been the deal with, I know he was hurt last year, but Lamar Jackson has had success everywhere except for in the playoffs. Why is that? Do you think he gets worked up, or is it just better teams playing against him? What do you think that is?
I think there's a lot more time. There's a lot more. You get a whole week of tape, unlike the regular season where you get a whole week of tape, and I think a lot of teams can game plan for his speed. But this year it'll be more difficult because look at this year, they got more speed on the outside. They got Zay Flowers, they got Odell Beckham Jr., Isaiah Likely, and Mark Andrews if he comes back, which he returned to practice last week. So if he comes back, Isaiah Likely is a weapon on the outside. He's a tight end, but he's also a weapon on the outside. So I like Baltimore in this spot.
Okay. So would you say, in your opinion, that what should be the biggest surprise? If Houston, or first of all, which one would be more likely? I know they're both unlikely, but Houston beating Baltimore or Green Bay beating the 49ers, which one would be a bigger surprise to you?
Houston beating Baltimore.
That would be bigger surprise to you than Packers beating the 49ers?
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right.
I think there's too many similarities between. There's too much going on. The key, there's people forget that Shanahan and LaFleur work together in Washington, so there's a lot of similarities between their two teams. I just think it'll be more. There's less of a contrast in styles with Green Bay and San Francisco than there is with Houston and Baltimore.
Well, it'll be Coach LaFleur's first chance to play the 49ers in the playoffs without having Aaron Rodgers doing whatever he wants to do. I think that'll, and it was interesting. I don't know if you saw Bosa's comments about that, saying that in the past he compared Aaron Rodgers to Love, and he was saying that sometimes it's harder to play against a guy. He said Aaron Rodgers was such a good player, he would just went off schedule. He would do, but this now Love's doing exactly what he's been coached to do, and that makes it even more difficult for a defense because he's on the same page as the coaching staff. Right,
exactly. I love the way LaFleur's calling plays right now. Mm-hmm. I do. I love the aggressiveness, and I love the usage of multiple tight ends, and I just love the way things are looking right now. So we'll see.
Okay, great. Okay, then the other games, the first game on Sunday will be the NFC game, I believe, because, Tampa Bay at Detroit on Sunday at 2 o'clock our time.
This isn't even a game. Detroit's going to win.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh. It's not even a game.
I'm giving Tampa an outside shot in that one.
I like Baker, but I refuse to believe in a team who played against a team that didn't even show up. Again, and Philadelphia, what are you doing? You're the defending Super Bowl representative, and you don't even show up to play.
I saw an interesting thing this morning and said it's not that they didn't show up to play. It's just that they got old fast. They don't have the talent. Their talent was overrated coming into the year. People just didn't realize it. Everybody thought they were talented. No, it's not like one or two, or only Philly thought they were good. Everybody thought they. At one point, they were 10-1. Beat Kansas City this year. So. It's just kind of a thing where they got old fast and everything kind of went down the toilet at once.
Right. And now Jason Kelsey's gone. So that's a little known secret. Jason Kelsey is retiring.
Yes.
So that'll be a big loss for them. Anytime you lose your center to retirement or whatever, it's a big loss.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sunday's last game, Kansas City Chiefs at Buffalo Bills.
Patrick Mahomes' first playoff road game, by the way.
Is that right?
First ever playoff road game.
Huh.
And I'm picking Buffalo.
Oh, AJ. Yeah. Why do you think that?
First of all, it'll be above 0.
Okay.
That's a running joke. It'll be above 0 in Buffalo. It'll be 20 degrees. And I think Buffalo has found a way to run the ball without him to use Josh Allen. So it'll be. I think Buffalo's gonna win. But I think we got Buffalo. I think we got Baltimore in the AFC final.
Well, that'd be a sweet final. Hey, though I'm rooting for Buffalo, but their defense,
Yeah.
How are they going to stop? How are they going to stop Mahomes and Rice and all those guys? Of course, they've been having a tough year offensively, regardless. It's not like
they've only averaged 17 points a game, so I'm not really all that concerned about them all. I'm not really concerned about Buffalo keeping up as much as just keeping the guy. The key is keeping them in front, because if you make them play from, by that I mean keeping the receivers in front. As long as you don't let Rashid Rice or Travis Kelce get behind you, you'll be all right.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that wraps up. So after this weekend, we'll be down to the Final Four. And you believe the Final Four will be in the AFC, Buffalo and Baltimore.
San Francisco.
You're going with the favorites in every game. You are lazy. You're a lazy picker.
No, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan at this point. I'm picking with my guts, with my head.
So San Fran over Green Bay,
Yeah.
Detroit over Tampa in the NFC, and Baltimore beating Houston and Buffalo beating Kansas City
Yeah.
in the AFC.
Yes. Yes.
Hey, Jay, producer Bulldog here.
Oh. Assistant producer.
Oh, well, fine. Question for you. Did you see the story that's bouncing around this week about the playoff game that wound up on Peacock suddenly?
Yeah, they're $100 million gamble. I heard.
Well, they weren't. There was a lot of angry people this week.
I imagine. I paid $6 for that, by the way.
And now you got Peacock, and you can watch reruns of the Golden Girls too, which is great.
Oh, I'm aware. I'm aware. I'm aware of what I get. I'm aware.
So do you think that's going to be a trend going forward? Was that an experimentation on their part to say, how can we do more pay-per-view type stuff? How can we do more streaming and get away from the networks? What's going on, man?
Put it this way. As long as they put the game in the local markets like they did the Kansas City and Miami game, I don't think they'll be hurting for money.
Yeah.
But if they take the game away from the local markets, that could be a bigger issue.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we'll see.
Obviously, Amazon's already blazed the trail for this sort of thing, and now we're just
put it this way. I don't like it though. I'm not saying I'm not saying I'm a fan of it. I don't like it. I don't like having to pay for my playoff game, especially when it's Miami and Kansas City. That was supposed to be billed as a big game, but it flopped. But
yeah.
I think AJ's right. Whether you're for it or not, it was unfortunately successful. So it's going to happen again, and it's going to happen more. Is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But you know what I need? Go ahead, AJ.
As long as they don't take the game away from the local markets, I'm fine with it.
You know what I think is more outrageous than forcing people to buy streaming?
What?
NFL video is why don't they have Fritos scoops in those individual bags, those grab bags?
Yeah, right.
Why no scoops? That's outrageous.
Well, I'm glad you guys are.
It's my effing birthday. Blackie and I had to have regular Fritos for breakfast with our breakfast this morning.
Breakfast Fritos.
Yes.
Good.
Yes. No scoops though. I couldn't buy a bag of scoops because I'm not gonna. I don't want a whole bag of scoops around the house because then I'll eat them.
Jack, guess what?
What?
They didn't know it was your effing birthday. That's the problem.
Well, you know what? That's their fault. They didn't do their research. For God's sake.
True market research.
Shout out to Mel, though. Shout out to Mel. I saw he was the first one this morning.
Well, yeah, I haven't been on Facebook. Fritos, pizza, it's all going crazy today. And nothing's off the table. Everything's off the table and into my mouth. That's what.
Yeah,
that's what's going on.
That's the problem.
That's not a problem. Not today.
No, that's not.
Tomorrow it'll be a problem.
To the original point, prior to scoops,
there is nothing. Once scoops is discussed, everything else is irrelevant.
I understand, but do you think that actually this could be? There's a danger in this though, because
there is. You can't get a fucking scoop in a small bag. God,
we're limited.
I told you it's that dangerous. It should be illegal.
Okay, fine. Let me tie it in. Like scoops, is there not a danger?
There's nothing like scoops.
Is there not a danger because the NFL is limiting their audience?
Yes, there is a danger. Well, I'm telling you this right now though. If they take the games away from the local markets, like they put the game. Luckily, they put the game on NBC for Kansas City and Miami.
Yeah.
But if they take the games away from the local markets and say, you got to pay for it now.
Yep.
They're going to be, the NFL's walking a very, very fine line right
now. Yeah. Agreed. Cool. All right. Carry on, gentlemen. Thank you.
All right. Well, AJ's with me on the scoops over regular Fritos, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
With salsa.
With salsa, but even plain. With salsa or French onion dip, another key, really good thing.
You know what's great about scoops is that they conform to the shape of your tongue.
I don't have them in my mouth that long. I either swallow them or they're crunched down to nothing. I've never compared them, but scoops are a key to have a road of life of happiness.
Yeah. Yes, they are. Yes. They are.
All right. Now we talk football. We talk Marquette won on Monday over Villanova and
Wisconsin. Yikes!
What happened? I'm glad I didn't watch it.
They lost by 4.
Oh, it was close, huh?
Yeah, it was.
Well, they're going to have those. They're not going to go undefeated in the Big
Do you
Ten.
know? Do you know that the road teams in the Big Ten
Mm-hmm.
are now 10-30
Okay, that's not very good.
to begin the year? 10-30 on the road, not Wisconsin, just road teams in general.
Yeah.
That's not very good.
Well, I think that's because the league is down this year, and so the home court advantage really makes a difference. It's not this great team that can come in and win everywhere.
By the way, I want to give a shout out to the Penn State students last night.
Why?
They had a freaking snow day and they still showed up.
I don't care. I hate Penn State. James
know.
Franklin's an asshole.
Hey, they got a new coach. They got a new basketball coach,
Who's the coach now, Age?
Mike Rhodes.
Where's he from?
VCU.
VCU. Is he good?
They're okay. They brought in a transfer from VCU and another transfer from they're now 3-4 in the Big Ten.
Okay.
They're 9-9 overall, but it's not too
I saw
bad.
Purdue pounded them pretty well the other day, but that was at Purdue.
Yeah, it was at Purdue. So
Yeah.
but
Okay.
Wisconsin positively still has a 1-game lead in the Big Ten.
Well, here's the thing. Wisconsin is going to make the tournament. They're going to deserve to make the tournament.
Yeah.
And they're going to be a tough team to play in the tournament. I feel
Because they're so balanced now.
yeah.
They
I
can
feel so
score
much better about
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say with the Packers and the Badgers, no matter what happens, I feel so much better than I did a year ago at this time for both teams.
Yeah.
Remember,
right.
you wanted guard fired last year at this time.
No. I didn't want guard. No,
I was sticking up for him.
yeah, right. Right. That was I was about the exact opposite of what we said. But yeah, okay.
No, okay.
By the way, Chris says happy birthday.
Chris. Oh, Chris. Oh, Chris is a lovely woman, and she puts up with Tommy, so she's double lovely. It was her birthday last week, so Chris, happy birthday to you too, belatedly, dear girl. She is truly a lovely person. She's wonderful.
Yes.
She's a Cedarburger through and through, true and true.
By the way, I want to give if I can, I want to give a shout out to Lisa Curtis, our friend from the show. She put it together. I read the article, and I got a lot of good feedback. So I just want to give her a shout out for putting it together for me and putting it together for us.
Well, it was a great article. It was total fiction, but other than that,
I know.
it was saying what a nice guy you are.
It's a total falsehood, but it's okay.
Yes. All right. No, Lisa Curtis is a friend of ours. She keeps dissing our Jack Hankey show. That's been pushed back because of Bulldogs' laziness twice now. And we're actually going to have a show, the first show of the new format, but tomorrow night from 5 to 7.
Oh, boo. I won't be on.
That's why we're doing it.
Yeah, good call. Good call.
No, we know we got to do it. And Patty Hansen will be there. Patty Galoon Hansen. So
yes,
she's got enough spark and fire for a lot. And Bulldog
is
and
is she in studio?
She's gonna be in studio. She's coming in.
Oh, wonderful.
Yep.
Wonderful. So,
yep. She's very cool. Bulldog's got some Wisconsin-based musical artists to play, so we're looking forward to having a great show.
Oh yeah, we got Louis Yankovic and his polka kicker pickers going to be playing right off the bat there.
Hey, what was John Candy's? What was the name of his in Home Alone?
I can't remember, but I will look it up before the end of the show.
And he goes polka polka polka. You've heard of our hits, polka polka polka.
Yeah, right.
I just read about that. That was unscripted, by the way. They
Of
said,
course.
I think in the screenplay it said John Candy does the John Candy thing. That's all the screenplay asked for.
And he didn't get paid squat for doing it either.
Yeah, well, they're old friends, So wonderful.
Yes.
By the way, they mentioned Sheboygan in that movie.
Yes.
They're headed up to Sheboygan to play a polka.
Sheboygan is called the Malibu of the Midwest. Did you know that? It's such a popular place for surfing.
Those crazy
in the winter.
surfers, they were out there yesterday. What the hell?
The surfing time, the high surfing time for the Malibu of the Midwest, also known as Sheboygan or Chevegas, as some people call it, is October through like March. It's in the winter. Yes.
I've heard Shebagdad too.
Oh, I like that. That's a good one. Okay. So AJ, First Jack Yankee show tomorrow, 5 to 7. Try and spread the word for us. You're always spreading it for yourself, for
No,
goodness sakes.
I got you.
Okay. You have school today. You have practice today.
Yep.
And then tomorrow you have a game at home against the Cedarburg Bulldogs.
Yeah, there.
Saturday night, you're playing in Minnesota against some
8:30.
Catholics
At 8:30.
at 8:30 p.m. Is there any way, if someone wanted to online, to follow that game or anything like that, AJ?
I'm gonna find the link today.
Okay.
And I'll get it to you, Jack.
Get it to me, and we'll announce it on the show tomorrow. And Bulldog.
I'm sure if you look up Saint Benedine, Saint Benedine Margaret.
St. Benedine Margaret.
If you guys do find the link, let me know, and I can put it on the show on Facebook right beneath this broadcast, so people can find it.
Oh yeah, and also he wants these links, Bulldog.
Oh yeah.
You always say, "Oh yeah."
Well, I always send them the link to the show, don't I?
No, not from Sunday. You didn't.
Probably not. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
no.
And for cinema snobs, tonight's the night the Library Cinema Club comes back, right, Bulldog?
Play it again, Sam. Casablanca
at 7:00. What time do people have to be there to be courteous and in their seats so they're not interrupted?
6:59 would be great.
Okay. And you're offering free popcorn. You can bring your own alcohol.
I know nothing about the latter, and definitely affirmative on the former.
Okay. And you can't smoke in there, so bring gummies if you're going to do that. Have a little courtesy.
I'm so sorry.
Library etiquette.
Yes.
A tip if you're going out today, stay warm.
It's changing.
It's a little warmer.
A little better today. Yesterday was yesterday was bad.
Also tomorrow I'm giving a talk at Rotary, AJ. You big hog. Yep.
Awesome.
Yep. About my book. We're going to be at the Cedarburg Grafton Rotary Club meeting tomorrow at noon at the Legion Hall. I'm giving a talk, which is going to it's going to be well reviewed because I'm also assigned to take notes for the meeting, to the one I'm speaking at. So,
oh boy, the minutes will reflect the brilliance of the speaker. I fear.
Hey, fellas, asking you shall receive. Sean Kreider just sent the link over for the Border Battle Live.
Yeah.
Thank you. Cool.
Yeah.
Did you send it to? Can you forward that to Bulldog Age?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, please do. I'll get it posted right after the show.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, and the agent and the boss are taking you up to Minnesota this weekend.
Yes, the agent and the boss are taking me up to Minnesota. I want to give them a shout out because Dad is making it a business trip as well, so he's gonna stay. He's gonna stay up there when we go back on Sunday. So he'll stay up there.
That's what's great about you Boquinis. You're going to do something, and then you go
kind of family business.
Yeah, it is. It's all
personal, AJ. It's business.
Also. If you want to catch the agent over the next month, you might have some luck. He's going to be out with knee surgery.
Oh no!
Yeah, knee replacement pretty soon. So he's got knee replacement on the 13th of February.
Well, he went kneecapped as many times as he has.
Yeah, no kidding. It's about time. He doesn't need a knee replacement. He needs an attitude replacement. That's what he needs.
Yeah. Hey, the boss is still around, so we all good.
Chill. I'm not worried as long as the boss is there to keep everybody in line.
No. We are driving to Minnesota Saturday morning.
All right.
Nice. 8:30 game, so it should be fun.
Excellent. All right. And so there will be no AJ Sports Mafia this Sunday. So you made your picks this weekend. You got to live with them, AJ. No more weaseling up, changing after the score starts or another.
Hey, that's why I didn't pick the Packers, so I couldn't weasel.
All right, everybody. Until next Wednesday at the same bat time, same bat channel. This is AJ Sports Mafia. AJ, what do you have to say to sign off?
Everyone have a great day and stay warm out there. And we'll have a jam-packed show next week for you. So,
Go Pack!
Go Pack!
All right. Arrivederci.
Arrivederci.
Salute.
Salute.